everywhere in the world, every country in the world aspires to have their national team playing the World Cup.
This game is a dream come true for me, and like the World Cup, it's every young American's dream.
Here's a chance for Justin. Off the post and in.
I mean, in '98, I barely missed out on the team. 2002, I was an important part of it, and yeah, I'd love to be back there again.
That'll be, my life achievement, because as a little kid, I've always wanted to be in a World Cup, and to do that would just be, I don't know, I could die a happy man, I think.
I think our performance in 2002 was good. I think winning a World Cup would put us on the map, but it would also be a nice, in your face to everybody who has never believed in us.
Salt Lake City is getting ready for the biggest sporting event to hit this city since the 2002 Winter Olympics. It's World Cup qualifying time. USA versus Costa Rica. A look at the standings. Entering today's matches, Mexico on top with 7 points. USA number 2, Costa Rica and Guatemala right now tied for third in the standings. And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Salt Lake City, along with Marcelo Balboa and J.P. Del Camera. Cello, the England game, a part of history. That didn't count in the standings. This one will against the Costa Rica team that always plays tough against the U.S.
And they do. The England was a friendly. This is an opportunity for the U.S. to pull 5 points away from a team that's going to make a run later on down the road. So this is a very important game. There's no need for motivation. And we all know here at home, the U.S. has to win. It's a must for them.
And the USA is aided by the return from injury of DeMarcus Beasley.
And this is what he brings back. An absolutely wonderful ball in. But this is what he brings back. The dangerous side. He's always good on the left side. He gets some good crosses, his pace. With his pace, he opens up more space for Landon Donovan to play. Great crosses, and it's got to be a welcome for Bruce Arena to have him back in the lineup.
We haven't seen him in a while. He was injured in late April. He makes his return today, and in fact, in today's starting lineup, as the USA gets ready for Costa Rica. We'll have those lineups next.
This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Say something. If you're going to play out here, you not only have to be tough on the outside, you're going to have to be tough on the inside.
Chapter 13 debt repayment plans can deal with lawsuits, foreclosures, car payments, credit cards, payday loans, repossessions, tax debts, medical bills, and more. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Get a lower payment for all debt and stop creditor harassment now. With 30 years experience, we're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt.
1-888-332-1107.
I don't care where we're playing, what the circumstances. These are all teams we should beat, period, end of story. And if we have that mentality, we have that attitude, and we execute it, I mean, it sounds simple, but that's the way it goes. And you see when we do execute it, we have no problem with these teams, but we got to do it.
Strong words from 23-year-old Landon Donovan, the most recognizable face of this U.S. soccer team. Cello, when you played on this team, was that your attitude and the attitude of your your teammates?
When we started, we didn't have that mentality. Our mentality was, let's not go out and get beat 3 or 4 nothing. We packed it, and over the years, the attitude's gotten better and better to at a point where I agree with what Landon says. Here at home, the U.S. should be able to beat any CONCACAF team.
And as always, Landon Donovan, a part of today's starting lineup for the U.S.
The U.S. is going to change it up a little. They're going to go a 3-4-3. When you play 3 in the back, the key is Eddie Pope right there. He has to organize and keep the other 2 guys in check. And the midfield, Landon Donovan has to get involved in the game early. And Beasley and Josh Wolf are the 2 guys that are going to play on the outside that have to get service to Brian McBride.
As for today's opponent, Costa Rica, as a visiting team, you would think they'd come in expecting to play for a draw, low-scoring game. They'll probably use this man as the lone striker, Alonso Solis. The kickoff is coming up next.
Why isn't there a DVD recorder so easy to use that I don't hear Dad say words I'm not supposed to hear? Why isn't there a defibrillator so easy to use that almost anyone can use it? Why can't technology be as simple as the box it comes in?
We think technology should simplify life, not complicate it. Utah was proud to host the world during the 2002 Olympic Winter Games, and we're excited to welcome the world back as we host another premier international sporting event, the 2005 World Cup qualifying match in Salt Lake City. With our breathtaking landscape and warm hospitality, we invite you to come and enjoy Utah's unparalleled natural beauty and experience Utah, the state of sport, and more.
Temperature-wise, you're looking at 73 degrees. The field, natural grass over the field turf at a cost of about $130,000. Altitude shouldn't be a factor because Costa Rica has played at altitude as well. As you look at the USA getting ready for an important matchup for them in CONCACAF in any World Cup qualifying. You have to win those home games, and if you do well on the road, reasonably well, you'll be in business. You'll qualify. This one's underway with the USA in the white. Too far for Brian McBride. Throwing for Costa Rica. From the nearest sideline, Drummond. Solis back for Drummond. He'll play it forward. Eddie Pope, who plays in Major League Soccer for Al Salt Lake, so this is his home stadium. That one's too far ahead. Intended for Josh Wolf. Starting lineup today for Costa Rica, they surprised us a bit with the moves that they've made, but they haven't surprised us in goal. This has been a regular guy, Mason.
He's been a regular guy in the back. It's a 5-man system, which is odd, but this is what Costa Rica likes to do. They like to come here and they pack it in with Mauricio Wright, Cordero, Martinez, Gonzalez, Drummond. These guys are going to sit back, hold up the back. In the midfield, they're going to play at 4, and the guys that are here, Secure is one of the guys, and Hernandez is 2 guys that are going to hold up the middle of the midfield. In the front, they got the lone striker with Solis, which is going to be a long day for Solis.
Foul is called on Landon Donovan, first foul of the game. Free kick coming up. Donovan has started every game in World Cup qualifying, the only player in the USA team that can make that claim. Leads the team in minutes right now with 4 goals and 7 assists in qualifying. Costa Rica will play it long, far side. And that one will go out for a throw. And we'd like to thank Budweiser and all of our U.S. soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you this game without interruption. Off that throw in. Far side, that's Gonzalez, number 12. Leonardo Gonzalez trying to cut it inside. Pope swept it away, but that ball is taken right back. Costa Rica can't do much with it. Now the long shot attempt by Mauricio Wright is well wide of the target. The manager of the team, Bruce Arena, 7 years. A lot of managers around the world don't last long. In fact, in this particular group, there's already been a couple of coaching changes, so a lot of stability for the U.S.
Well, you know, it's such a big sporting event that you don't have the opportunity within 10 qualifiers. You can't afford to lose 1 or 2 and get on a bad rut. Costa Rica saw that. They made a change. They know how important it is to win and to get into the World Cup.
Hernandez plays it out wide to the left side. Costa Rica putting a few numbers forward. Japhet Soto, Costa Rican Player of the Year. That's a good ball. Douglas the Keller, and they would have been in an offside position. The Keller, one of those guys playing in Major League Soccer. That's Alex Jimenez. He is Brazilian-born, and he did a good job with his team in the 2002 World Cup. They have made 2 coaching changes since then. Steve Sampson, who is now with the LA Galaxy, one of those coaches. So they're on their 3rd coach, if you want to call it that, since the last World Cup, even though this guy is a repeat. DeMagnan. The flick. Blocked. And a foul there on the United States. Referee today is Carlos Batres. He is from Guatemala. 4th minute. USA versus Costa Rica. World Cup qualifying from the CONCACAF region. Long ball from Costa Rica. Headed away. Cleared upfield by the United States. Gaining the halfway line. That ball is deflected. Settled by Gilberto Martinez. And he just gives that one away. It'll be a USA throw-in from the front of the bench areas. Boca Negra. Magnan plowed over there on the sideline. And that foul was Douglas Tequila, who plays for Chivas, USA. Look at the series history. U.S. leads all time, but Costa Rica has the edge in World Cup qualifying. The interesting note for me, they played in 23 games. 15 of those games have been decided by 1 goal.
Well, both these teams know each other very well. Even back when we were trying to qualify with the U.S., we knew every player. They knew us. And it's very tough. They both play similar systems. You see that Costa Rica will drop back into a 4-4-2 instead of 5. The push-up, they know each other so well that it always comes down to one very good goal or one mistake that costs the goal.
Some pressure on Costa Rica, Cello, in the early going because they're one of the 3 teams that everyone is expecting to advance from this group. And right now, they haven't had as many points as maybe they would have thought they would have had.
And they stumbled. They definitely stumbled against Trinidad. And these are the games that you look at to say, you know that Mexico's going to be tough. The U.S. is going to be tough. When you start looking at Trinidad, the Panamas, those are the kind of games you have to win. You can't lose 2 points because they didn't get a point. They lost 2 points in that game.
Course of the match brought to you by Phillips as the USA attacks with numbers. Wide right side. Low ball in for Beasy. He leads it. Donovan. Goal! Donovan!
That's what we talk about. Too many guys back. You have to take responsibility. The U.S. did a good job. A little mistake, but look at Landon Donovan. You don't leave him alone like that, and I tell you what, he buries it in the back of the net from the top of the box. And that's what we talked about. We talked about earlier, 2 players slipping. You see Secura slip, but the U.S. good build up to the outside. Ball back. You don't leave a guy like Landon Donovan alone. He gets involved early, and he puts the U.S. up 1-0.
Unlike the England game where the USA gave up the goal in the 4th minute, this time the USA scores the early goal. And we'll see what this does to the game. But Landon Donovan backing up the words that he spoke earlier about these are games the U.S. should win.
And there's no doubt that they have to win these kind of games, especially at home. Everybody knows that a World Cup qualifier. Let's take a look here from the Phillips goal cramp. Great angle. Look at the ball coming right into your picture. I tell you what, he couldn't have placed that any better.
USA looking. McBride nods it down. Thought he had someone closer. Beasley. Pass up. Donovan clipped there. Costa Rica with the ball. Keller was fouled by DeMarcus Beasley. Approaching 7 minutes gone. USA with that early goal from Landon Donovan. For Landon, his 20th goal internationally. At the age of 23, he's among the scoring leaders for the U.S. all time.
No doubt, but it is what we didn't talk about this earlier. Down on the field, we were able to watch a little bit of practice yesterday. 5 to 6 guys on a new field like this were flipping around. You saw him the goal. Secura went to step, he flipped right there in an instant. Cerundolo, the same thing, flipped. They were having a hard time finding what kind of cleats to wear from the studs to the mold because of the new grass. It's shorter, they wet it, you can't get a grip, and that's what you're going to see today. You're going to see a lot of players flipping.
Cleaning away some of the debris that has gone onto this field. Here's a goal scorer, Landon Donovan. He now plays for the LA Galaxy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not throw objects under the field. Thank you.
Throw in coming up. You're watching a big one. World Cup qualifying from Salt Lake City, Utah. Big buzz in town about this game. Front page coverage, and not in the sports section only, but in the regular news section. Everyone's talking about this game. Martinez in some trouble. That's knocked away from him. Into the middle it goes. Cleared away by Cordero. Rica moving it up. Solis leaves it off. Now a chance. Now the flag goes up and the offside. Offside is the call on Oscar Rojas. Picked up on the left side. U.S. Put there against Wolf, and Beasley got hit. Play continues, and now it'll be stopped. McKenna commits the foul. Free kick U.S. U.S. happy to get this guy back in the lineup. A nasty foul that he suffered that led to the injury while playing in Holland. Landon Donovan with a goal or an assist in every World Cup qualifier in this run, except for one. Inside, not a down, but there was contact in the box, foul in the United States.
Take another look at the goal from the Dartford throw motion. Look at the ball coming in there, and this is what we talked. Look at the cure right there. Slips Landon Donovan. I tell you what, look at that ball. Side foot, not power, just placement past the goalkeeper.
10 minutes, USA up by a goal over Costa Rica. Near side, Costa Rica, right in front of the bench area. Lost there by Hernandez, and then as he tried to recover it, was deflected away by the United States. Costa Rica will have a throw-in. This portion of the match brought to you by Gatorade. The Drummond throw-in, there's another slip. Drummond gets it back. Pushes it all the way across. Rojas, now the flag goes up on Costa Rica. ESPN2's presentation of U.S. soccer is brought to you by Budweiser, the bright color and crisp, clean taste you'll only find in the king of beers. And by Philips. Technology should be as simple as the box it comes in. Long Kasey Keller clearance. Headed up by McBride. Now cleared away. McBride wearing the captain's armband today. Here's Donovan. To the far side, Steve Ralston. Knocked away from Ralston. It goes on to play. Throwing for the United States. Also a member of the New England Revolution. Right now, looking like the best team in Major League Soccer. Ralston across inside. Took a couple of bounces. Cleared away off Rojas. Headed back by Pope. Costa Rica wins that. Rojas pushing it wide for Drummond. Drummond's pass. So at least one is for him. Into a crowded middle it goes. Drummond's touch, a bad one, picked off. Bobby Convey sends it the other way. Costa Rica sweeping that one away. Some high pressure from the U.S. Out for a throw-in for Costa Rica. Brian McBride, second to Eric Ronaldo. His goal scored. That was intended for McBride. Loose ball, Pope. Throws it over. Convey has it deflected out. Throw-in coming up. USA will take it on the near side. Carlos Bocanegra. Flicked over towards Wolf. He gets plowed over by Gilberto Martinez. USA free kick coming up in the 13th minute. Cherundolo to the right side for Walston. Back for Cherundolo. Intercepted. Rica right clears. And Pope nods it down. Back to the back. Bocanegra plays in England with Fulham. The Premiership, left side. Wolf, did he handle it? Apparently not. At least no call. He drives it across. That's picked off and cleared. Costa Rica tried to counter. They lost the ball for a second. Now it's played wide to Japan Soto.
I tell you, you can already see the difference between the England game and this game. Bruce Arena told us that they're very clear that they didn't go forward enough. They always seem to want to look to go back, knock it around. And this game, you're only in the 14th minute, and the U.S. is starting to go forward. Every look is to the side or to go forward, and that's a much better start than when it did against England.
Beasley's lead pass is a beauty. Walston waits for some help. Drops it back. Pass up to Beasley from Wolf. They used to be teammates with the Chicago Fire. Condi pushing it back. Bocanegra. Eddie Pope. Carries the Wagner from the Kansas City Wizards. Upfield for Walston. Picked off there. Clearance by Gonzalez. Soto. Tripped up there. Play continues. No call. Costa Rica at the back. Hernandez. That's a nice ball. Gonzalez. Couple of side steps. That's a nice move. Shot it wide, though. Kasey Keller after all that good hard work. Leonardo Gonzalez looking dangerous despite a tough angle. Beasley. Headed for Wolf. He gets knocked down. DeMarcus continues his run. Ran into his own man, McBride. There's no stopping Beasley there.
I tell you right there, McBride can't check back in for a ball like that. He's the lone striker. He's got to push away. He's got to give too easy at least another angle, another target to play the ball into. If he's away from there, Beasley will go at the guy one-on-one. Maybe he beats him. He gets down the wing by himself.
16th minute. USA leading Costa Rica 1-0 on a Landon Donovan goal. His 20th international goal. And fifth in World Cup qualifying. Intended for Wolf. Josh Wolf putting some pressure on. Third away, picked on. DeMagnet. Cherundolo. Back in the halfway line. Bocanegra. Beasley. And now Pope. Bocanegra. A long ball towards McBride. Goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, Mason.
And even speaking to Bruce yesterday, he said the keys, some of his keys that he thought were one was going to be patient because Costa Rica has a habit of dropping back. Being patient is going to drop back into a shell, knock the ball around, get the ball wide, get some good quality crosses. You can see right there the U.S. is patient, but then they try to clip one over the top. Maybe they got to keep it, knock it around until they find an opening.
Talk all about movement and moving together. One of the keys, how everyone moves, individually and collectively. Rojas. To Keller. Solis. Taken down. No foul. They say Bocanegra got it clean. Costa Rica looking forward. Kept in play by Drummond, and he gave it away, and then Beasley just lost it. The U.S. traveling to Panama for the next World Cup qualifier. Coverage can be seen Wednesday on ESPN2. Actually, Thursday, 1 a.m. Eastern. For more information, log on to ESPNSoccerNet.com. ESPN and ABC official broadcast partners of the 2006 World Cup in Major League Soccer. 10 p.m. Pacific time, Wednesday. Lead pass Drummond. Running into the corner flag. He's got room and time. And didn't use either very well. Goal kick, Keller. Landon Donovan has the game's only goal. Spoke to him earlier about being a young leader.
Bruce has put a lot on me and not forced me, but helped me become a better leader. And I like it because I play better, first of all. And we don't have a lot of guys that are vocal on this team and that will lead. And I definitely want to be that guy.
23 is young, isn't it, to be a leader on a national team?
You know, it's instinctive. You got to have it or you don't have it. Some guys lead by example or by how they play, and some guys lead by vocal. And I think Landon right now leads by example and is starting to become a little more vocal, which is a good part of the game because you need guys, especially in the middle of the field like that, to be able to organize.
Victor Cordero plays it back. That could have been dangerous, and Costa Rica could have given up a corner kick. That was off net, so no chance of an own goal there. Mauricio Wright. Soto. Cordero. Rojas. Back for Drummond. 19th minute. Landon Donovan's goal in the 6th minute. The difference on the scoreboard so far. Laid up the middle by Martinez for Soto. Now the knock ahead for Solis. Rojas. And he ran out of room. Throw in for the United States, and they'll get it in quickly. Beasley. Up the flank towards McBride. Bryant possessing, cutting it back, gave it away. Drummond holds. Switches to Mauricio Wright. Played in Major League Soccer with New England and San Jose. In fact, he played against him. A couple of other guys here. Solis couldn't get to that. Mauricio Wright keeps it going. That's blocked. Solis knocked down by Bocanegra. Nice job in front of Kasey Keller.
That's one thing you'll see Mauricio Wright do a lot of. He likes to get the ball. He likes to get involved in the attack. You saw right there. Got into the attack, tried to play a ball in, and keeps going with the ball. And that's what made him very dangerous in the MLS.
20th minute. USA leading by a goal here in Salt Lake City. Great atmosphere today. You expected a pro-American crowd. You're getting that, but there's a lot of support in the stands as well for Costa Rica. We saw that yesterday at training. USA's bench looks like this, and you see who is available for duty, including Frankie Hayden, who recently rejoined the team, but guys who are not playing, we should mention, Eddie Johnson, still bothered by the turf toe, so you won't see him today. John O'Brien, still having some injury problems. You won't see him. Of course, Marty Orena, still missing, and Eddie Lewis out for some family reasons. So the USA minus a big portion of their midfield, as well as their best striker right now. Lead pass offside on Rojas. The course of the match brought to you by Phillips. Here's to Marcus Beasley. Holding. Knocked away. Throw in coming up for the United States. Condi. Bocanegra. Long. Not down. Picked up by McBride. And Wolf. McBride went down in a heap. Wolf trying to bring it down for Beasley. Blocked by Drummond. Costa Rica trying to play it quickly. Not quick enough. To Wagner. Nice passing in short spaces. Donovan shot. That one's wide. Some good technical skills there, though, by the U.S. Landon Donovan has the game's only goal. It was a beautiful shot.
It was a great ball. A little bit of luck. The ball bounced right there. Landon puts himself in a great spot in the 6th minute. Just buries the ball.
Giving the USA the game's only goal, and it happened early. 6th minute. Some of the fans were probably still coming in from the crowded parking lot. Maybe didn't even see it. Japhet Soto. Mauricio Wright. Offside. Ross continues to be offside. Trying to time his run. He says no. USA's ball. They're going to bring it back towards Bocanegra.
Let's take a look right here. Here comes the ball. Looks right there. Yeah. Just maybe by about a yard or two. Good timing by the U.S. defense stepping up.
Ralston on the wing. Right side. Turning. Trying to cross it. Deflected out. There'll be a goal kick coming up for Costa Rica. For Mesa. Mason was the guy who led them in World Cup qualifying for the last World Cup, but then he was injured. And Eric Lonis is now a goalkeeping coach. Ended up back as the #1 guy, but right now, it seems like it is this man's job to lose. Played long, knotted down. Keller gets it back. Good pass up, Solis. Turning. Alonso Solis. Looking. Chipping. U.S. gets it back to Wagner. Headed at the Pope. Keeps it on the ground. Donovan moves well to receive that pass. And then that one gets away. McBride was looking for Josh Wolf. This World Cup qualifier coming to you today from Salt Lake City, Utah. They're calling it the biggest event here since the 2002 Winter Olympics. They're expecting a near sellout crowd, somewhere over 40,000 for this one. That counts in the standings, and there's your lone goal scorer, Landon Donovan. For these two teams, their fourth game in qualifying of 10 that they'll play. Play each team home and away. '24th minute. USA up. Bocanegra. McBride being pressured on the ball. Goes out. USA. Quick throw. It's going to be deflected out. On the bench for Costa Rica. A little bit of depth and a little bit of firepower, Cello. Wanchope is the guy that can score big goals for them.
I mean, Pete's very surprising. Right in the middle you picture is Gomez. That's another big surprise. Big, strong play for Saprissa. Left-footed. And very surprising those two guys are not in the lineup tonight.
Back on the right side. Floated long on a bounce. There is Kasey Keller. Rolling it ahead. Beasley is now popped up on the other side. Ralston cuts in the middle. Ralston pulls up his run. Plays it back for Donovan. Now to Beasley. Double team is knocked away. Mason stops it at the end line. USA leading 1-0 in the course of the match, brought to you by Budweiser. It's been a great rivalry over the years. Get up. Long the other way, Bocanegra heads it back to Kasey Keller. Carlos Bocanegra, left side to Bobby Convey. A surprise starter here. A left-footed player. Bruce Arena wanted to use him there, and he also said Convey had a good week of training and looked good in limited time last week in the England game. Right side run for the U.S. That's going to be knocked out. And that's going to be a corner kick. First one. Hard work from Cherundolo. Tell us what can we look for in the corners for the U.S.
You can look for Brian McBride. You can look for Eddie Pope. Watching them practice yesterday, you're going to see them both screaming right about where the goalkeepers, one in front, one behind. You're going to try to see them opening up little picks for one of each other.
Hit with authority. It comes across. Sent back the other way. U.S. is going to keep it alive. Ralston. Back inside Bocanegra. He got a flick to it. A little bit more boot, and that one probably goes in.
And it was a great run just because the first-time ball, he makes a diagonal run in front of his defender, keeping him onside, then holds him off and just takes a dive, and they just couldn't get enough leg on it to put it past the goalkeeper. You see the ball coming right back here. The ball bounces in. Look at this first-time ball. It doesn't even look. He knows they're in that because they've been working on this. Here he comes in there. Gets in front of him. You can see just can't get enough. But you see, he just got in front of Drummond and couldn't get enough on the ball.
Carlos Bocanegra returning to the USA starting lineup. He was a sub last week in the England game. Greg Vanny had started there. Deflected away. U.S. collects. Beasley has Convey overlapping. DeMarcus pulls it back away from the traffic. Back to Pope. Eddie Pope drives it along for Ralston on his side. Dropped back, and then Beasley was dropped. And after that knee injury. You hate to see him going down.
You know, in Costa Rica, I mean, they're smart. They do their homework. They know Beasley's just coming off an injury. You can see they've already gone. They've gone after him twice on a play like this. You can see the ball comes in right here. Look at this right here. The dive in, the boom, the leg. You know it's coming. And now I was fortunate enough yesterday to talk to Beasley, and he says, you know what, he feels pretty good. It's still a little sore, but he's like 90%. He says, no way you're going to keep me out of this game.
Free kick, Donovan. He has the game's only goal. 29th minute. Donovan. Mason is out. An awkward save. That ball is deflected away and out of play for a USA throw-in. Bobby Convey, formerly with DC United, now playing for Reading. Great move. Convey to the end line. Try to cut it back. He's going to get the second USA corner. That was a brilliant move by Convey.
And that's what we'd like to see more of. I think coaching staff, fans, one-on-one action. Go at players, take them on, get past them, try to get a cross off. That was much better by Convey.
He'll take this one with the left foot. Sends it low. Not a good corner, but it's recovered. Back to Convey from Pope. Played inside, and nice save by Mason. But that one was nearly deflected as well. Costa Rica coming back. Their best opportunity would be on a counterattack the way they've come out in this game. Sending a few more numbers forward, and again, same guy, Rojas. The timing is indeed off.
The timing was there if Solis doesn't cut the ball back. He makes the overlap. If he plays the ball in, he has Rojas by himself. You can see right here, the timing's already off. He's already in an offside position. It was too late. When he made the run diagonal behind him, if he plays the ball in, he can at least get the ball and face the goal.
30th minute. USA leading Costa Rica. McBride forward. Broken up. Drummond. Martinez. Holding. Distributing right. Drummond. Tequera. The deflection. And that will go out of play. USA will have a throw-in right in front of the bench area. Laid off to Beasley. Voice of the match brought to you by Home Depot. Another ball out. Another USA throw-in. Bobby Convey stepping up to take it. De Wagner. Sent over by Wolf. Donovan. Ralston. Everybody getting a touch in the offensive third. Back for Donovan. De Wagner. Players inching up. Beasley shot safe. Beasley will hold on. Those are the chances they wanted to create more of in that England game, and Beasley no doubt makes the difference. Third away. De Wagner. Beasley again, a yellow card on Martinez.
Like we said earlier, Costa Rica does their homework. They know Beasley hasn't played in a while. They're injured. Look at the way he comes in from behind right. Look at that. Dives in. Look at that. You can tell. I mean, that's an automatic. The referee does a good job. Comes over and gives him a yellow card. But you can see they know that Beasley's been injured. So they're going to keep going after him to see if they can slow him down.
32nd minute. Beasley and Donovan over the ball. These two guys have played together for so many years at various youth levels. Now in the full national team, Donovan putting it up towards Pope, but instead he was headed up and over Mason. Or did he get a piece? Bocanegra got a piece of that. But so did the goalkeeper, apparently. So the third corner kick for the United States, and Donovan will go over to take it. His goal in the 6th minute, the only goal thus far. Guerra clears it. Picked back up by Convey. Sliding it over on the right. Donovan. Left puts it inside. Pumps with a flick. That's why Bocanegra was making a run. That would have been something if Bocanegra had gotten to that.
Missed the play early in the free kick. Landon Donovan puts it in. Look at the ball bending. Here comes Carlos Bocanegra. You can see Mason right there. Mistimes everything. Look, he's not sure where it's going. He keeps Carlos Bocanegra. Mistimes, I tell you what, Carlos does a great job. Gets right in front of the goalkeeper. But that's surprising for Mason, one of the better goalkeepers in CONCACAF, to jump in and waiting off 2 feet when letting a defender come in front of you like that.
Rolling coming up for Costa Rica. USA out shooting Costa Rica so far 6-0. They've had the edge in the corner kick as well, 3-0. And on the scoreboard, where it really counts, the Donovan goal is the difference. Knocked out by Bocanegra. Drummond with a throw-in. Tony plays it inside, and Keller calls everybody off. Distributes right. Ralston, Wolf, halfway line. Just brought down. Another foul by Costa Rica.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the referee right there in that instance give the advantage. He plays the ball out. Ball get played into Landon Donovan, he's gone. Give him the advantage. If you lose the ball, then you call the foul. But you got to give him the advantage when you're breaking down the wing like that.
Bobby Convey. Ryan McBride trying to slip it back. Keller gets it instead. Cordero. Mauricio Wright. Soto. Right at the halfway line, being pressured by the United States. Play back to Martinez. Convey sends it back the other way. Cordero. Getting the feed back from Solis. Back to Alonso Solis. Get up. Nearly gives that away. Now he does. Wolf with breakaway speed. He has Donovan with it. Wolf hit him up. His shot saved by Mason. That's the beauty. Save of the game to this point. If you're Costa Rica, you can't go down on the road 2-0, and that could have been the case had Wolf finished.
That was a big mistake. You can't lose the ball there, and if you lose the ball there, you got to take him down and take a yellow card. He lets him go. Josh Wolf gets in there, and you know what? He possibly might have been able to get the ball a little sooner over to Landon Donovan with that run.
Beasley almost got the return. Costa Rica will take it back. 36 minutes is course of the match. Brought to you by Gatorade. Soto. Pressured by Donovan. Mauricio Wright chasing. One of their most experienced players. It's going long, and it's cut off there by Kasey Keller. Coming up at halftime, we'll introduce you to a man you don't get to see very often, but his contributions to the U.S. men's team are very visible. Kurt and Alpo will also recap our first half and take a trip around the CONCACAF qualifying region. Coming up at halftime. The U.S. not on the same page there as that ball goes out of play. Costa Rica's ball. Minutes. Cordero will play it up. USA leading Costa Rica 1-0 in World Cup qualifying. Nearly had a second goal. The Wolf shot was saved by Mason. Drummond trying to go inside of Convey. A slip there. Beasley picks it up. Tackled again. Marcus Beasley's been on the ground quite a bit so far in this first half, drawing those fouls. Magnin. On the right side, U.S. working up the middle. Ross to try to chip it. Nobody making that run. 37th minute. Rolling towards the sideline. U.S. kept it in play. All the way back to Mason. Costa Rica tries the long ball for that lone striker, Solis. USA had it well covered. Bocanegra and Pope were back. Costa Rica will have a throw in. Soto switching it across, headed away, all right at the middle. Quick shot, bad place to clear it, and Sakira nearly made the USA pay for that mistake.
this is the first real good opportunity they had. Bad clear, right back in the middle. Takira right there puts it right past the goal. But those are the kind of balls you got to maybe flick back on towards the sideline instead of going back into the middle.
Owen coming up. One of the few mistakes USA has made here in this first half. But it could have been a costly one. Off the quick throw in. Beasley knocked out. Marcus is getting ready for another USA throw. Now pass it over to Kasey instead. Kasey's first start here in 2005. Hasn't started since last year. 39th minute. And there's going to be a sub for Costa Rica. An early sub. And unless there's an injury, let's see what's happening. Number 17 is coming out, Stephen Bryce, who's a winger with some good speed, replacing Leonardo Gonzalez, who's a defender. So, I'll get your thoughts on that in a second. The ball is played back. What does that substitution tell you for Costa Rica?
It tells you one thing: they're not going to sit back. They can't play in a five back system with 4 in the mid, 1 in front. They got to start taking some more chances, push some players up. You can already see Rojas went into the middle and Bryce went out to the right side. They're going to go this 2-man system up front just to get some more offensive power.
Bocanegra back to Keller. Remember, they still have Juan Sope on the bench. He is their best goal scorer. He has been for years. 40th minute. USA leading 1-0. Having a strong first half. Look out there. Obvious foul on Zavagnin over Soli. Didn't appear to be any injury on Gonzalez, so that just appeared to be a tactical switch by Costa Rica. 40th minute. USA 1, Costa Rica no score on a Landon Donovan strike. Played inside, headed, offside flag is up. Offside flag is up. So it won't count. And USA will play it forward. That flag was up. Coming back on the right side, Beasley. Costa Rica scrambling to get back now. They were still celebrating. Here's Beasley. That's blocked. Would have been ironic had the USA scored there while Costa Rica was just scrambling back. They thought they had a goal.
They did, but I say that was much better by the U.S. They finally took advantage of a counterattack. They didn't cut the ball back and wait. They threw numbers up. They pushed forward. That was a much better counterattack. They had 3 or 4 opportunities already in the first half where they've gone down, and all of a sudden they saw 1 or 2 bodies. They turned it back. When you got the counterattack, you got to go.
Here's Kasey. And he hit that one way too far. It'll still be kept in on the far side. So the USA still possessing with this cross. Hernandez clears his portion of the match, brought to you by Phillips. Ball bouncing out towards the sideline. USA throw in for Bocanegra. Eddie Pope. Sharundalo. Pass up to Marcus Beasley. Chased by Soli. Rica getting it back. 42nd minute. Bocanegra. Cordero. Another flick forward by Costa Rica. Cleared by Bocanegra. Convey stepping back. And USA getting it. In a space goes Wolf. Mason, the goalkeeper, came out, changed his mind, had to retreat in a hurry.
Well, he did a smart job. He came out, thought he might have to come out. Mauricio Wright did a great job of reading the ball, coming over and breaking up the play.
Approaching 42 minutes gone. USA up 1-0. That will go wide of Mason. Goal kick coming up.
Let's take a look early on the offside. The ball's being right there. You can see they're already in the offside position right there. You can clearly see right there. Look at that. One guy already there to roll that. Easy call for the referee. Good ball in, but he was already on the opposite side taking advantage of the position on the offside.
Played back to Martinez. He nearly lost it, and Beasley would have had a clear break toward goal. Hernandez slides it over. Drummond, awkward touch there. He's going to run out of room in the 43rd minute. Conde getting it back to Bocanegra. All the way back to Kasey Keller, veteran of 3 World Cups for the U.S. And Rojas just coming back from hanging up forward. 44th minute, USA leading. Here's Keller. Cleared back. Drummond. Cordero. USA with a Landon Donovan goal. The difference here. Keller. No flag. Now the flag does go up on Solis. Alonso Solis. U.S. bringing it back quickly. Wagner. Out wide, right side. Ralston. Beasley. DeMarcus getting it back. DeMarcus has been on both sides of the field, enjoying the freedom. Playing it in for Donovan! And Mason made the play, but those two guys always seem to be on the same page, Beasley and Donovan.
They're always looking for each other. You saw Beasley get the ball. Landon makes a great run, diagonal right into the box, just a little too far. Got a foot on it, but not enough.
Convey taken down right in front of the bench area. 45th minute.
Look at the diagonal. You can see the ball coming to right just a little too far. But I tell you what, great look by Beasley trying to send that ball right into Landon.
Montenegro to post. Final minute. See if the stoppage time put on, and how much, in fact. 1 minute or so added time. McKenna. Soto. Not much room there, but he finds it. Jappa to Soto with a good move. And a ball played into space that Convey did what the best he could do. We'll give him a corner kick, but if you're not sure, get it out of there. And that's the first corner kick for Costa Rica today. In stoppage time. Alonso Solis. He's ready in the corner. Strikes to the middle. Not it down and away. Donovan trying to go long. Looking for Wolf. Cordero plays it back. Drummond. Hold. Finds Soto wide left. Approaching the end of this first half. Comes all the way back to Kasey Keller. Keller's clearance as the final whistle sounds, ending this first half of play. A good first half it was for the United States. Dominating on the stats. And on the scoreboard, they've got a 1-0 lead thanks to the goal from Landon Donovan. Coming up at halftime, a feature on Kurt Analfo, one of the assistant coaches of the U.S. national team. Alexi Lalas, a former Olympic teammate, remembers Kurt as a smart player.
He was, the thinking man's player. Whereas some of us, not naming names, maybe would be quick to go to the throat with studs up. Kurt didn't have to do that because he was well ahead up here and was able to win a lot of balls and do some great things.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to be the first one to welcome you to the neighborhood.
You want to come in?
Yeah.
Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer.
Utah was proud to host the world during the 2002 Olympic Winter Games, and we're excited to welcome the world back as we host another premier international sporting event, the 2005 World Cup qualifying match in Salt Lake City. With our breathtaking landscape and warm hospitality, we invite you to come and enjoy Utah's unparalleled natural beauty and experience Utah, the state of sport, and more.
You take care of your body. So can your toothbrush. There is more and more evidence that oral health impacts overall health. So it makes sense to use a sonic brush, used and recommended by more dental professionals. Sonicare, because your mouth is the gateway to your body.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football, unless it's football. Now, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it, because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
Showtime for the biggest hit movies and Showtime's original series. Get Showtime for the biggest hit movies and America's #1 boxing network. Get Showtime for the biggest hit movies and explosive live events. It's time to get Showtime on Comcast Digital Cable. Call now.
Call 1-800-COMCAST and upgrade to Showtime with Showtime On Demand.
From picturesque Salt Lake City in Utah, the United States leads Costa Rica 1-0 in this World Cup qualifier, coming to you today from Rice-Eccles Stadium. Landon Donovan has the game's only goal as the USA leads by 1 after 45 minutes of play. We're about to take you now behind the scenes to a guy that doesn't get enough credit for what he does. He's always on the road scouting the opponent. He is Kurt Analfo.
I was born in Brazil in November 19th, 1969. Turns out November 19th, 1969 is when Pelé scored his 1,000th goal. A year later, Brazil won the World Cup, and my parents saw a nation go absolutely berserk over a sport called soccer.
The Brazilian experience influenced Kurt to play.
Really a product of the ODP system, you know, from club team all the way through the Olympics in 1992. But it was really a wonderful experience. I mean, really, to this day, is probably my best experience still in soccer as a player.
But after the Olympics, things started to fall apart for Analfo.
I had kind of, you know, the world in my hands, you know. 24 years old, had gone to a great university, won a national championship at the University of Virginia, always did well in school, and, you know, played in the Olympics, and, you know, was living a dream. And, you know, felt a lump in my neck one day, decided to go see a doctor. I grew up in a family where we don't go to doctors. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, which is a form of cancer that attacks your lymph nodes, and it was some serious stuff. So I had to go through 6 months of chemotherapy, which was just a real tough situation. I responded very, very well. I had a great support system, wonderful family, friends, and, you know, I put my game face on and I fought it.
Kurt won that battle and played 4 years in MLS, winning a championship with DC United before moving into coaching.
So I coached 2 years for DC United and then had an opportunity where Bruce called me and you know, it'd be crazy to say no. Worked for really probably the best soccer coach in U.S. history, and quite frankly, in any sport, has been successful at every level.
He's a great guy to be around. He's a great guy to talk to when you need to talk to, and, you know, ask him, okay, Kurt, am I doing this right? You know, what do I need to work on? and he's quick. He'll be the first to, come to you and help you out or tell you what you need to do more of when you feel like you're not performing the right way in a game.
I'm in charge of all the scouting, so, on game day when we're playing World Cup qualifiers, I'm usually at our next opponent's game. So that requires me to often not be on the bench at our game, which is tough at times. But it's, my job is to help Bruce and the rest of the staff be prepared and the players for the next opponent.
And Kurt is on the road scouting Panama. They're playing in Trinidad. Last we heard, Trinidad and Tobago were up 2-0 in that game. We're hoping to hear from Kurt later on and get a scouting report for you, because Panama is the team that the USA will face next. In fact, that game will be in Panama till late night for all of us. You'll see it 1 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday morning. For those out on the West Coast, Pacific time starts 10 p.m. Wednesday. USA versus Panama in World Cup qualifying. There is still plenty more to come your way. We'll see highlights from the first half. Landon Donovan has the game's only goal.
What is Budweiser? It's bright to look at perfection. It's crisp with ideal flavor. It's clean for a great finish. It's pure, made with the finest all-natural ingredients. It's the smooth, flavorful result of beechwood aging. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Say something. If you're going to play out here, you not only have to be tough on the outside, you're going to have to be tough on the inside.
Vamos voltar a pilantrar. Nem vem que não tem. Nem vem de gato que hoje é dia de força. Esquenta o ferro, passa a minha arroz. Tem esse balde,
Utah was proud to host the world during the 2002 Olympic Winter Games, and we're excited to welcome the world back as we host another premier international sporting event, the 2005 World Cup qualifying match in Salt Lake City. With our breathtaking landscape and warm hospitality, we invite you to come and enjoy Utah's unparalleled natural beauty and experience Utah, the state of sports, and more.
Why isn't there a DVD recorder so easy to use that I don't hear Dad say words I'm not supposed to hear? Why isn't there a defibrillator so easy to use that almost anyone can use it? Why can't technology be as simple as the box it comes in?
We think technology should simplify life, not complicate it.
Soccer fans, the first ever World Cup qualifier in Hartford. Bring your biggest American flag and experience the passion of international soccer. The USA takes on Trinidad and Tobago Wednesday, August 17th, 8 p.m. at Rentschler Field. Call Ticketmaster at 860-525-4500 or visit ussoccer.com.
You take care of your body. So can your toothbrush. There is more and more evidence that oral health impacts overall health. So it makes sense to use a sonic brush, used and recommended by more dental professionals. Sonicare, because your mouth is the gateway to your body.
Well, it may not be the sellout crowd they expected, but it's a great crowd nonetheless. A lot of support today for the United States as they lead Costa Rica 1-0 at halftime in this World Cup qualifier. Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City with Marcelo Balboa. I'm J.P. Dellacamera. Let's get your overall thoughts on the first half of play for the U.S.
No, I thought they came out strong. The first 15 minutes are always the most important. They came out, they got their goal, which is important. And after that, they seemed like they took their foot off the gas a little bit. They didn't seem to keep pushing to try to get the second goal. They kind of sat back. Costa Rica really hasn't done much. They've knocked the ball around. But I think we've seen more offsides from Costa Rica than actual soccer.
Let's check out the highlights from the first half of play from Salt Lake City.
You see straight off the bat in the 4th minute, here comes the ball. Here comes Landon. Donovan just puts in the back of the net. And this is power and placement right in the corner, and Mason had no chance. And that's the fast start the U.S. wanted to get. Another opportunity. Landon bending this ball in. Surprising again. Bocanegra out-jumps Mason because Mason is not reading or anticipating the ball. And that's what we talked about. These are some of the best chances that Costa Rica had, and they were all in the offside position. I believe Rojas, and there he is, 6 times offside, and Solis 1 time.
Clearly, Costa Rica will have to make some adjustments in the second half, but even though the USA has dominated in terms of the stats, this is still a very close World Cup qualifier.
Lets you create perfect harmony in your home. With Color Smart by Behr, you can preview, match, and coordinate colors like never before, all with a paint that's rated #1. Try Color Smart by Behr online at Behr.com or at the Home Depot, the exclusive retailer of Behr.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football, unless it's football. Now, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it, because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
Vamos voltar a pilantrar. Nem vem que não tem. Nem vem de gato que hoje é dia de força. Esquenta o ferro, passa a minha arroz. Eu nesse baú vou
He lived in this house, a typical boy, until he started growing. At 11 years old, he was 6'4". It's kind of hard to be a kid when you look like an adult. But boy, could he play basketball. Played his way to the NBA Finals. Shaquille, a kid at heart who grew into a legend. The Finals, where legends are born.
The NBA Finals start Thursday, 8:30 Eastern on
More to a Florida vacation than you may have thought. Find out for yourself at buschgardens.com.
When you watch the 2005 MTV Movie Awards, you may not be in the movie, but you'll have plenty of names to drop. You'll be behind the scenes with Tom Cruise, Jessica Alba, Sean William Scott, Johnny Knoxville, Hilary Duff, Jessica Biel, Paul Walker, Samuel L. Jackson, Jessica Simpson, The Rock, Z Zang, Vin Diesel, and more. You'll see epic performances by Foo Fighters, Mariah Carey, Yellowcard, and Eminem. And you'll be guided through it all by your host, Jimmy Fallon. The 2005 MTV Movie Awards. Watch it come to life Thursday at 8:30, 7:30 Central, only on MTV.
World Cup qualifying began with 204 teams. 102 remain entering this weekend in the hunt for 32 spots in Germany, and actually 31 because Germany, as the host nation, gets an automatic bid. No longer do the defending champs get that. Brazil must qualify. Busy weekend of World Cup qualifying. We'll give you some other scores later on, but Mexico is playing today. Trinidad versus Panama as the long ball is played for Brian McBride into the middle, headed for Josh Wolf, and that's third away. Check out subs here as we start the second half. The whistle to stop play immediately. USA will have a free kick. Landon Donovan with the game's only goal. He's about 28 yards from goal here, along with Convey in front of him.
This is where they're going to look. Yesterday they were doing these kind of plays. This is the spot they were looking to get either Bocanegra or they were looking to get Eddie Pope in there.
Waiting for the referee's whistle. Mason in goal. That save came earlier against Josh Wolf. Donovan blows it up there. Knotted down. Hope couldn't get to it. Comes back to Beasley. So Marcus gave that one away. He'll chase it. And now he'll have to do some further chasing. Coming back. Costa Rica countering towards Rojas. Montenegro's back there to knock it out. We'd like to thank Budweiser and all of our U.S. soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you this game without interruption. Drummond going inside Bocanegra. That was dangerous. Costa Rica keeps it alive. A nice ball come back. Save Keller. Oh, what a save it was for Kasey. Save of the game.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Goalkeepers have to come up with 2 or 3 big saves a game. That's number 1 for Kasey Keller today.
He knows it. Driven across. Loose ball. And deflected wide. Vicura didn't like that call. Going anyway for Costa Rica. Hernandez. Lost by Sully. A lot of room. Donovan leads it. Here's Landon. Wide right. Inside the box. Looks up. Plays it across. Quick shot taken. Was wide. They have 3 players forward to the attack. That is a quick counter.
So that's the way a counter should look. He gets down, he crosses. Unfortunately, Ross is just a little bit behind, couldn't get there. And this is what we talked about, Kasey Keller, keeping him in the game. Great save. Soto plays a great ball in there, but Kasey Keller, watch the way he extends. Soto puts it in there. Watch him just get out there. And smart right there. Ralston's right there to put it away for a corner kick.
Marcus Beasley helps to win that ball to Magnin. Deflected by Cordero. Long chase to the ball for Drummond. Deflected away and nearly won by the United States. Instead, Keller plays it back. Right to Martinez. Keller, what are keys here for you in the second half for the USA? What do they have to do?
I think the U.S. is doing, they're stepping up, they're pressing. They don't need the second goal. Costa Rica has to come out. They've got to take advantage of the counterattack like Landon did right there with Ralston, but they got to finish. The second goal is going to be very important. That'll put them back on their heels, but no need to break out of a shell. Keep playing the way you've been playing. Make sure you take advantage of the counterattack and see if you can pull off the second one.
Hernandez for Rojas. This time no flag. And Keller made another big play. That time Rojas had it timed perfectly. And that's the danger when you have a guy that goes offside so many times. He's going to get one of them right. The Keller. The Keller end line, trying to play it back, but Costa Rica clearly picking it up here in the second half.
And you can see they stepped it up. They've actually come out and put a little high pressure on the United States right now. And they've had 1 or 2 quality opportunities. They got a good shot from Soto. Now they're getting another corner kick. At least they're starting to press up and see if they can get one off like the U.S. in the first 15 minutes of the first half.
Alonso Solis on the corner. Driven across. Keller came out. There were so many bodies though inside. Beasley defends. The ball coming through. And now it goes the other way. U.S. quick counter. Donovan. Good early ball. Right sideline. Wolf with Donovan making a run into the box. Inside. Saved by Mason. And it went too far from McBride, who was continuing his run. But 2 straight counterattacks for the USA look dangerous, not, I guess, dangerous enough.
Maybe the ball just went a little too wide for Convey, but I tell you what, much better. They're getting in there, getting bodies in there. Now they've got to make that final pass. They could have scored one of those 2 to put it away early already in the second half. It would have been a a little more relaxed for the United States in the back.
Drummond to the right. The cut inside. Tackle away. Left there. To Keller. Blocked. Keller will win it. To the left side. Jeff Soto. No room there in that flank. It was denied. Ball played inside. Blocked. Nearly given away by the U.S. Costa Rica, they'll play with more urgency. They have to. They can no longer play for a scoreless draw and a point. They'll need a goal in order to get that.
Exactly. To me, in my opinion, you've got to see Gomez come into the game pretty soon or won't show up to become a threat. These guys both very fast, very strong. And I tell you what, Gomez has a left shot like I've never seen before. These are 2 offensive guys. They're down 1-0. How long do you wait before you put them in?
Cordero. Headed forward. Nobody there. Rojas coming in late. Far side. Play continues for the USA clearance upfield. Donovan on the go. Nice move. Landon with a game's only goal. Waits for the help. Squares it. Rolston. Blowing things up. Get back to Toronto. Donovan. That ball found the seam. Back to Rolston. Donovan turning. Had some room to go. Right side. Didn't take it. Martinez playing it back. Back toward goal. Mauricio White to Mason. Of course, the match brought to you by Gatorade. As the U.S. knocks this ball out for a throw-in for Drummond. Other scores in World Cup qualifying. Trinidad and Tobago, remember they have a new coach there. Ben Hocker took over after the USA played them the last time. A 2-0 lead, or win, I should say, over Panama. Stern John, we remember him scoring there. Mexico's playing later versus Guatemala. This ball is cleared away. It's been 2 months since these teams have played in a qualifier in CONCACAF. March 30th was their last date. Now they play today and Wednesday. Far side, Convey clears. Costa Rica with the Keller, 53rd minute. Drummond picked off Bocanegra, sends it the other way. Donovan. Costa Rica getting their share of the ball here this half. More than their share. Ordeno back for it. In the 54th minute. Mason takes a look up. Now tries the long ball. Won by Zavagnin. McBride to Donovan. Landon plays it back. Left. Convey. McBride to Beasley. Back for Convey. That far side is knocked out of play. Bobby Convey with a throw-in. When the USA started this game, Cello, they had a definite 3 in the back, but you were talking before, that 3 in the back could be 4 in the back and 5 in the back. It almost looks now like it's 4, with Convey coming back a little bit further back.
Costa Rica's put so much pressure, they forced Convey to drop into that back four. Bryce on the other side has been attacking. They're going to drop. You don't get too much hung up into a system 3 in the back four. When they attack, they're going to push another guy forward. They'll have almost 5 in the midfield. When they defend, they'll almost drop off. And it almost looks like they almost have 5 sitting in the back.
One of the things that Bruce Arena spoke to us about yesterday, too, was making adjustments. And you will see a lot of those from both teams here in the second half as the game goes on. Beasley. Like a big chess match played on the soccer stadium surface here, which again is natural grass that it costs you about $130,000 over the field turf here. Real Salt Lake plays their games in Major League Soccer here, doing quite well, averaging over $18,000 a game, coming into this weekend third in MLS attendance. That's great for an expansion team. Costa. Lead pass. Soli. Quick shot. Keller down to make the save. And Bocanegra was there for the rebound. And a good thing. The portion of the match brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission. McBride with a little bit of room. Not anymore. Drummond, though, came from behind and fouled him.
Well, and you can see right now the U.S. has lost their organization a little bit. Here's Solis. Gets it to his left. Good shot. Kasey Keller's right there. Bocanegra, just like a good defender does. Follows up just in case of the rebound and clears the ball.
Free kick, United States. Landon Donovan, still with the game's only goal that came in the 6th minute. Cleared away. Cherundolo up. To Keller. Got a knock to it. And that's going to be deflected out of play. Stafford Soto and company trying to come back here against the United States. They've not beaten the USA in this country since 1995, and you have to go back much further for World Cup qualifying, back to the mid-'80s. Throw in for Cherundolo. One of several USA players who have played professionally in Germany. It's broken up. Cleared. And almost taken right back by Cherundolo. Instead, the turn by Japhet Soto. Quick look up. Good play by Eddie Pope to derail that potential attack. Was well read by Pope. Costa Rica seen that some numbers going forward, as they do here again. Bocanegra wins that one in the air. Now it's called on Sequeira. Douglas Sequeira. Ralston. Ralston again from Cherundolo. Cherundolo's pass deflected out of play. 58th minute. USA leading 1-0. First half far more lopsided, though, in the USA's favor with all of the stats and the possession. But in the second half, Costa Rica has forced Kasey Keller to come up big. Steve Ralston on the corner, or on the throw-in deep. McBride lays it on. Ralston blocked down. Corner kick for the United States. 4th one. Donovan will come over to take it. Landon is ready. Strikes it to the middle. Coming right through. It's Bocanegra. Hernandez. Beasley back and back. Over the top. USA scrambling to come back. They've got numbers back defensively. Wagner helps to clear. Throwing over Costa Rica. They've been energized since the start of the second half. Cleared by Convey. McKenna. Top right side. Costa Rica advancing, crossing, heading. Oh, Keller, another great save. Off his left hand. Great save. Off Japhet Soto.
As a defender, you love to have Kasey Keller in the goal. This is why when you make a mistake, look at Ralston, not looking at the ball. Soto comes in. Look at him reach behind and slap the ball off to the side. That's 2 big saves he's made.
You can read his lips as the ball is played in front and cleared away for another corner kick. You can hear him say, "Come on," as more of a wake-up call to his team.
Well, and they've been slowing down. You can just see they're just not as sharp as they were in the first half. Here comes the ball. I tell you what, great ball floated into the far post. Look at Soto get up. Ralston's not even looking. There's Kasey Keller going the wrong way. Gets it behind him, and I tell you what, that's 2 great saves by Kasey Keller.
Hernandez strikes it over. Keller, 2 fists on the ball. He clears it away. Hernandez with a cutting ball to Soto. Japhet Soto, quality player for Costa Rica for many years. He'll cross this ball. Keller again. Knocked it down with one hand. Quick one goes wide. Costa Rica, though, continuing to look very dangerous. Kasey Keller, look at a magnificent record. Shutouts in terms of his career World Cup qualifiers. Better than half of his World Cup qualifiers have been shutouts. This portion of the match brought to you by Phillips. Kasey Keller playing these days in Germany with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Says he made it in his career in Major League Soccer. He almost ended up here in Round Salt Lake. Coming through now, Beasley. There's an empty net. Beasley trying to swat it through. Took a lot of time to develop. Quick big shot. Ralston over the top. It was deflected. Corner kick. USA. Number 5.
You know, and that's what we talked about. The U.S. when they counter, they have to do a better job. The last 3 times they've countered, they've weathered the storm on one side, and they've come down and come close.
Ronald Gomez is going to be checking in, as you thought, for Solis. As the USA gets ready for a corner kick. That's the second Costa Rican sub. USA gets a change, but I see Pat Noonan up down below. Donovan, corner, strikes it. Caught by Mason. Slipped as he tried to clear that ball, but he finds Rojas. So Gomez brings another offensive weapon to the table, a guy that can score goals. Good size. Here's Wolf playing it in. Header! Jay Mason rebound. Donovan! Goal! USA! Donovan has 2.
This is what they wanted. Great ball over the top. I tell you what, here it all comes. Look at that diving hit. A great save. Landon following the play, and the 62nd minute puts them up 2-0. I tell you what, that all comes. Look at McBride throwing his body in there, getting a ball, puts it on target, and here's Landon Donovan. Nice and easy. Toe posts it, puts it in the back. And you can see here from the Phillips goal cam, great save. And then there's Landon Donovan to put it away at 2-0.
McBride assisting on the Donovan goal. Landon has 2 goals today, number 20 and 21 of his international career. And it comes Cello against the run of play. Costa Rica had chances. Were it not for Kasey Keller, Landon doesn't have the opportunity there to get that big second goal.
Exactly. You know, when we saw this in the England game, too, people seem to want to relax on throw-ins. All of a sudden, the defender relaxes. Ball goes over the top. Wolf makes a great ball in. There comes a diagonal run by Brian McBride, and there's Landon, where he's supposed to be following the play, getting his second goal of the day.
Mason made that first big save, but Donovan followed the play. The defense really didn't.
He did. And I tell you what, you still have to go back and say Kasey Keller has made this all happen, because the 2 saves he makes, they could be down 2-1 right now if he doesn't make those saves, or at least a 1-1 if he doesn't make one of those saves.
Among the all-time goal scorers, as we told you before, and he's moving up. Remember, he's 23 years old and has already passed some big names. He's 3 away from Joe Max Moore, close to Brian McBride, and not that far from Eric Winalda, as Pat Noonan checks into the game with Josh Wolf. First USA sub, and that sub was up before the goal was scored, so has nothing to do with that second goal. Maybe just fresh legs out there and getting Noonan on, making the change.
I don't think they're going to stick to 3 up front. I think they're going to drop in. They're going to put Noonan in the midfield. They're going to go to a 4-4-2 or a 3-5-2 and put some fresh legs back in the midfield.
So the adjustments continue, and now Costa Rica are down by 2, even though they have played some inspired soccer here, especially over the last 15 to 20 minutes. ESPN 2's presentation of U.S. Soccer is brought to you by Phillips. Technology should be as simple as the box it comes in. And by Budweiser, the bright color and crisp, clean taste you'll only find in the king of beers. What a day for Kasey Keller. Didn't have to do much in the first half. Second half, huge save.
You know what? We talked about Kasey Keller. All goalkeepers have to come up with 2 or 3 big saves, and Kasey Keller's done that to keep the U.S. 1-0 ahead, and to keep them there, to give them an opportunity to score the second goal and go up 2-0.
66th minute now. That second goal for the U.S. so important, especially the way Costa Rica was coming at them. That's Noonan. He's had a good short career in Major League Soccer. Part of a big trio with New England, with Taylor Sloman and Cliff Dempsey. And there's the goal scorer, Wanchope, who we should be seeing soon. This portion of the match brought to you by Budweiser. Wanchope will replace Rojas. So now, realistically, Costa Rica have all their offensive guns in.
I'm surprised he didn't start it sooner. He always seems to cause problems for the U.S. Now you're putting him in when you're down 2-0. You know, he hasn't been playing much for Malaga, so maybe this is an opportunity to start getting him back into the lineup some. But I was very surprised that him and Gomez were not in the lineup to begin with.
They may have been surprised, too. The lineups were kept from the team, we were told, until earlier today. They're hoping to catch the U.S. by surprise. Here's a quick shot. Keller right there. Good positioning.
You know, and this is what I don't understand. I mean, CONCACAF, everybody knows everybody. They've seen all the players. Costa Rica has seen the MLS. They've seen the players in Europe. Bruce Reed and his staff, Kurnoff, has done a good job. They know all these players. What kind of surprise can you really bring to the table today?
Hey, they didn't even give out numbers yesterday.
I would love to see FIFA mandate the fact that they have to give you at least the numbers 24 hours before the game. Absolutely. And then line up the day of the game, at least in the morning.
Off the deflection. Ryan McBride, who assisted on the Donovan goal. He's cut inside by Noonan, and that's going to be knocked away. Noonan out of the University of Indiana. And one of the reasons why New England looks like the best team in Major League Soccer this year. Cleared away towards Wanchope. A great goal scored at the international level. He slowed down a bit at the club level for whatever reason. As Bocanegra plays it across to Convey. McBride waits, leads, Donovan. Defended by Wright. Nice defense. Mauricio Wright, the veteran, on the right side.
I think we also got to keep an eye on Beasley, just because of the fact that he hasn't played in 5 weeks. How much longer can he keep going before you make a sub or you try to rest him for a Wednesday game?
Good point as Beasley takes over to the right. Ralston looks up, hangs up the cross, knotted down, nobody running after it, but the flag was up anyway from the official on the near sideline. MLS scores today. We hope you saw the game earlier today. Nate Jekyll with a hat trick. 5-2 Chicago winning at home over Chivas USA. New coach, but same results for Chivas. Kansas City and New England 1-1. That's the second half score. Other games later. Metro Stars at the Home Depot Center taking on the Galaxy. And FC Dallas versus Real Salt Lake right here in this field right after this game is done. DC United versus San Jose. Also coming up later. Big day in Major League Soccer. Here's Cordero. Big day in World Cup qualifying. We mentioned all the games today, not just CONCACAF, all of these regions. Brought down. Chope leads it. Held up on the far side. A chance here. The cross is good. Turn around. Secure. There's Keller again. The second half has been the Kasey Keller show.
He's just made some great saves. Simple, but great. I mean, he makes everything look simple. Right there, it goes down. And for a big guy, you don't expect him to get down that fast.
He has 6 saves. You played with Kasey Keller for so many years. What makes him such a great goalkeeper?
You know, I tell you what, I've been fortunate enough to play with Tony Miola, Kasey Keller, Brad Friedel, and every one of those guys brings something different. But Kasey Keller brings that shot-stopping ability, the leadership, the screaming, and it's not a, hey, I'm putting you down. It's, hey, I'm pumping you up. I know you made a mistake, and it's okay. I'm here to help you.
Noonan looking for Ralston. That ball almost stayed in on the wing, but now it goes out here in the 70th minute. USA, with a good first half, had a 1-0 lead. Kasey Keller kept them going in the second half with a few big saves until Landon Donovan was able to get that insurance goal, and that's where this game stands now. USA up by 2 in one of those must-win home games in World Cup qualifying. Push to the match, brought to you by Gatorade. Noonan tracks back, all the way back to Kasey Keller. Keller gives it a ride towards McBride. Drift back one. Chope thought he might have been in an offside position. This ball is going to be deflected all the way out. Kasey Keller will put it back into play.
And this is a save we were just talking about. Secure does a good job, gets the ball, turns right here, but look how fast Kasey Keller gets down. Bang, right there.
And no rebound.
Yeah, for such a big guy, I tell you, a great hand.
Keller will clear. Headed forward. Donovan. He was held back. This one goes out of play. Landon Donovan spoke about leadership earlier. You heard those comments saying how he and his team expects to win these games. He came out. He backed up the talk. 2 goals.
There's no doubt. I think Costa Rica knows that when they play at home. Mexico knows when they're at home. When you're at home, you have to get 3 points. You have to go out and get the 3 points. On the road, if you can pull off a victory here and there, if you can pull off some ties, you're going to make it very easy for yourself to qualify.
Donovan will have a corner kick, 6-1 for the United States. Landon is ready. Sends it over. Headed up there. But it's too high. Bocanegra, who's good in the air. And head to it.
And let's take a look at some of the saves Kasey Keller made tonight. Here's one example, stretching out. This one getting down really fast. Another one off my head. And look at this behind him. He slaps it away. This one on a quick turn. You notice he doesn't give up that many rebounds. If he can't hold it, if it's not going, he punches it away. That's what kept the U.S. in the game today.
Martinez will switch it over. Drummond. Great day for international soccer here in Salt Lake. First time for the men playing here. U.S. women played here in 2003. McBride heading it forward towards Donovan. It'll drift over. USA have another sub up. It's Frankie Hayter, who has just rejoined the team from the Columbus Crew. He was not a part of the squad that played England. Long ball the other way. Keller reads it, heads it out. Definitely way on top of his game. Soto. McKenna. Great diagonal ball, maybe too great. Now Drummond has to chase it down into the corner, and that gets away. Looked good. And now Frankie Haydock is going to be coming on. Convey, yep, that's the guy. Bobby Convey out, Frankie Haydock in. Frankie Haydock has been playing with that cast ever since this season started with an injury he had picked up earlier. So you'll always see that with a Columbus Crew. Easy to identify it. So Haydock will come in, a veteran of a couple of World Cups and Olympic play. And now he's on. He was the World Cup starter. Right now coming off the bench. DeMarcus Beasley is ready. So the USA have made 2 substitutions. And a lot of 3. Costa Rica have used all 3 of their subs in an all-out effort to get back into this game. All were offensive changes. And a couple of them occurred while the team was only down by 1. Mauricio Wright. Plays it long. Haydock's on the chase. DeMarcus Beasley gets another ball. That's time against Stephen Bryce. One of those second-half subs for Costa Rica. DeMarcus trying to go inside. Instead, Costa Rica will get it. Drummond Gomez. Hernandez. Down he goes. Play continues with Landon on the ball. Collected awkwardly up by Bocanegra. Soto. So few touches for Wanchope and Gomez since they've come in, so they've not been a part of the story. This portion of the match brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission. 76th minute, USA. 2 goals by Landon, Donovan, and 6 saves for Kasey, Keller. View on the spectacular side. McBride chasing this. Down he goes. The crowd would love to see a penalty kick, but that's not going to be called. Long ball the other way. Costa Rica getting it back. Sakira. Drummond makes the run. Hit it from the chase. Fouled him. A passionate pro-American crowd here today, but a lot of support too for Costa Rica. Crowd is better than 40,000 here today. That's Gomez.
I'm looking forward to the day when MLS has everybody has their own stadium and you can fill this every weekend.
It'll be spectacular. Yeah. Gomez to Sakira. Well, he fed him, but Sakira put it over the top. 77th minute, this Costa Rica team having to come back from some tragedy. Wayne Wilson was a striker who played for them, actually started the last couple of games, scored a goal, died in a car crash just a short while ago. So this is their first qualifier without him, and he's starting to make a name for himself.
Well, we were fortunate enough to watch him play in the Olympics with Costa Rica. Very good player, and such a tragedy at such a young age. If something like that, a car accident would take his life.
Not it down. Here's Mauricio Wright. Feeds it on the right wing. Cut off by Zavagnin. Hayden. McBride. Hayden makes the run. He can fly. McBride was brought down. No foul called. Here's Costa Rica on the counterattack. Go on Chupe. Pressured wide by Pope. Drop back there. Overrunning it was Bryce. And the legs get together, and now there's a card coming. 2 players are down. Bryce and Donovan. Bryce gets the card. Second yellow card of the day.
You see Bryce right there, stumbles over the ball. Here comes Landon Donovan, takes it away, but there's a scissor, and that's where the referee sees the yellow card. Dangerous play. The first leg, no, but the second leg, coming in from behind, very dangerous.
Yellow cards can be costly. You can be suspended a game, and quite a few of these players came in with yellow card warnings. Here's the ball played in front and cut off. Well read by Martinez. The wing. Right is one of those guys with yellow cards. He can't play the next game. White plays it forward. Now Costa Rica. Everybody's pushing up. The leader was Lieutenant Gomez. Pope read it well and cleared it out. A good bounce-back game for Eddie Pope, who struggled last week. He has not played in many internationals because of injury, at least lately. Here's Gomez. Soto. Running into the corner, running out of room.
And I agree. Last week, I felt Eddie Pope did not play very well at all. 2 big mistakes cost the U.S. 2 goals. U.S. lost 2-1. But I tell you what, the fact that he hasn't played in an international qualifier, it's been a while. But I tell you what, very good player. And you can see 29 appearances in qualifying. But I tell you what, he's coming back. You can see he's starting to get confident. Eddie Pope's always been a guy that has to build up confidence. You can see today was a big confidence boost. And the fact that he led the 3 guys in the back, a little shaky at times, and it's going to happen, but you got Kasey, Keller behind you. A much better performance tonight by Eddie Pope.
Told us last week he loves playing here in front of the home fans of Real Salt Lake. So on Wednesday, assuming he plays in that Panama game, he'll be tied with Kobe Jones for the most World Cup qualifying appearances. But Tevin, as we told you before, They expected a sellout, not quite, but over 40,500, the biggest sporting event in this city since the 2002 Winter Olympics. And you and I talked about it this morning. Front page coverage in the newspaper, not just the sports section, television, radio, this is big.
You know, I kept the sports page because I've never seen anything like that before in a qualifier. The front page, the second page, the third page, and the back page even had stuff about soccer. That's the way soccer should be covered, especially on big events like this in every town.
You know, when you go to other CONCACAF countries, that's what you will see.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But this, I tell you what, I kept it because I was very surprised how well Salt Lake has embraced soccer just in a matter of, what, a year.
I think best media coverage in the league.
So far, I would agree 100% with you.
Here's one showmate. This portion of the match brought to you by Home Depot. 2-0, USA leading. Two big goals today for Landon, Donovan, and last count, 6 saves by Kasey, Keller, a few beauties. Marcus Beasley running toward the sideline, but not to come out. He's going to change footwear. Can't see from here. He's bent over. Nope. Or yes. He had to change up. 82nd minute. World Cup qualifying continuing from Rice-Eccles Stadium. USA leading 2-0 in what they call must-win games at home in World Cup qualifying. 3 points at stake. Almost for Pat Noonan, who's trying to cut inside. 82nd minute. USA on their way to 3 points, but there's still time left. Especially if Costa Rica could sneak one in the next minute or two.
You got to go with goal differential, too, just in case you're tied with points. You go head-to-head, so you don't want to give up another one, but you got to at least try to get one.
Beasley gave it up there and gets the return. Ralston. On the right side. Beasley looks. Might have played inside. McBride was cutting back. Want to get back to Beasley. We featured him at the top. A lot of people surprised that he started, I'm sure, and he's lasted to the 83rd minute, playing so well and so hard.
And he's done a great job. You know, simple. He's gotten the ball. Now you got to think to yourself. And we can see here on April 29th, this was the injury. I have a hard time watching this. Look at the way the leg comes in. Stiff leg. And I tell you what, he is very fortunate his leg gives because he just got kicked. And I said Costa Rica did their homework. Look at the way Costa Rica went after him early. They kicked him, they tested him. And I tell you what, he held up. For being a small guy, he's held up very well.
He's been fouled 5 times tonight. For as small as he is, he usually bounces right back up, but not in that game against Holland.
And he's not a guy that rolls around and fakes an injury. But I will say this, the most consistent player I feel over the last 2 years for the U.S. national team.
Without a doubt. McBride, back to Beasley. Ralston, back for DeMarcus, who's only 22 years of age.
You know, I hate to say it, but Eric Renaud, I think it's going to be passed sooner or later with Landon Donovan with the age difference.
Right through, that almost went. Magnan with it. Then, of course, you have young Eddie Johnson already making a name for himself. Not playing today.
Still young, so.
Johnson out with turf toe.
But I tell you what, you got to give Eric Renaud the credit for the goals he scored, the record he's had. I mean, that was pretty phenomenal with a team that we didn't have consistency, we didn't have a league to play in, scoring 34 goals with the national team.
Beasley and Trundle over there. Clearance by Cordero. 2-0 USA leading in this World Cup qualifier from Salt Lake City. Nice move there. And the return feed. Beasley from Noonan. Played across, another slip there. Donovan picks it up. Landon looks up. Good ball back, Hayden. Setting it inside to McBride. Nearly perfectly timed. Hayden and McBride have worked together before. That would have been a spectacular ending of the game.
You gotta like McBride's work ethic. I mean, we're in the 85th minute, and he's still diving, throwing his body. If he doesn't dive in front of the defender to flick that ball on, Landon doesn't score the second goal.
Mentioned earlier wearing the captain's armband today. Kasey, Keller wore it in the England game. Claudio Reyna, normally the captain, taking some time off for fitness. So right now, McBride, at least for this game, and maybe a game-by-game decision, terms of who wears it. Looking up there, Martinez. The look was for Wanchope. Tough time for Wanchope to even come into this game, already down 2-0. Sid Dempsey's getting ready to come in, and it's going to be for DeMarcus Beasley. And this is probably done just to let the crowd show their appreciation for DeMarcus Beasley, because if he played 85, he could have played 90. And that's what a lot of managers will do. Pull a star player off like that in the end. So Dempsey's on. Beasley goes out. Good day for DeMarcus. Force of the match brought to you by Phillips.
I'll tell you what, very good day for a guy that really hasn't played in 5 weeks. Just started training, and I think he surprised everybody how long he lasted and how well he actually did for not playing for a while.
The key for him, we'll see how he feels later, maybe. Tonight, tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be the key. Tomorrow the key, and then Monday for the travel day to Panama. It's how fast the USC can recover some of these players, and Landon, Donovan. Everybody just played 90 minutes.
86 minutes. Dempsey is in, and this is a guy that played better in the second half against England, but he needs to get that experience internationally to step it up to the next level. Bruce Arena always talks about speed being the biggest difference, speed of play in the international game.
And that's all it is. He's got to play more games and realize the difference of the speed of play. Because in the MLS, he's got tons of room in the midfield to get it, turn her into space. At the international level, they're putting a lot of pressure on, so it's just the speed of play of him getting used to how fast the game comes, how fast the ball comes, and learning to adjust your body and move it so you can play forward instead of back all the time.
Keller from Boca Negra. USA didn't panic there. Donovan taking off the challenger. Landon in the box, plays into the middle. Quick check. Save made by Mason. Rebound by goal! 3-0 USA!
It all starts with Landon Donovan, just pushing Cordero off the ball. Dempsey coming in there. But look at McBride, right place, right time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to the right. But look at Dempsey, good opportunity. I tell you what, great save by Mason. But you know when it's your day, it's your day. Look at the ball right to McBride. Puts it past 5 guys in the 86th minute to put the U.S. up 3-0. And you could say well-deserved to a guy that's worked so hard today up front.
Ryan McBride, 6 goals in his last 9 games for Fulham, closing out the Premiership season. In form, and in form here today. Good all-around game for McBride. Had an assist earlier on one of the Donovan goals. That's his 27th career goal. Second all-time for Ronaldo. Long ball the other way. Knotted down by Wanchope. Costa Rica with it. Shooting it high and wide. Kasey Keller. Dempsey getting the assist on that last goal.
Let's take a look. We're isoing Brian McBride. Look at his movement. He sees the ball simple. Doesn't try to overpower it. Just place it in the corner. And there's the famous celebration. Kiss the ring.
Good day for Brian McBride, a 5-time All-Star with the Columbus Crew. Radio Shack presents MLS Soccer Saturday. It continues June 11th when the Rapids head to Columbus to face the Crew live at 4 p.m. Eastern. For more information, log on to ESPNSoccerNet.com. Hayter back for the ball. Broken up there, Costa Rica. Wanchope. Broken up there, U.S. wins it. And set into space, Noonan. And that's deflected out in the 89th minute. Pat Noonan, one of those rewarded for his fine play in Major League Soccer with a call-up to the national team. Chirundolo with that throw-in, split by McBride. 90th minute now, this World Cup qualifier. The 1-0 USA lead at halftime. Kasey Keller made a few brilliant saves in the second half so the USA could support him with a couple more goals. And looking for another. What the foul is going to be called. Dempsey. 90th minute. And Drummond is the player that's down. USA looking for the home wins, and then they'll travel to Panama on Wednesday. Panama lost today to Trinidad and Tobago, 2-0. Here's Martinez. Long to Wanchope. Cherundolo stride for stride with him. Look out there as they both go out. A big size difference there. Wanchope's listed at 6 feet, but I think he's bigger than that. Cherundolo's 5'6", and he's definitely not more than that. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Played long the other way. The race for the ball. Donovan running like the game just started. That's one of the benefits of a 3-0 lead. You are energized.
And that's what we talked about. Sometimes it's not a vocal leadership, but it's leadership by example, and right there was a good example. You're in the 90th minute, he's chasing a ball down, see if he can get the fourth.
Costa Rica with Martinez. Handed for Gomez. And that's going to roll out. We pulled back there. Keller will put it back into play. 1 minute gone in stoppage time. A couple more left. Over 40,500 watching this one. And you get the feeling that U.S. Soccer will want to bring a game back here the way this game has been treated by everybody. Media, fans, the city, everything. And down is Cherundolo, a red card. That's nasty, uncalled for, and at the end of the game, down 3-0. And here's where you've got to keep your head with guys in yellow card jeopardy. Here is the guy who gets a red card. But the concern is really not for Sekera and what he did, but for Cherundolo.
Yeah, this is just stupid. I hate to use that word, but look at that. Doesn't even go for the ball. And look at the way he goes with his studs up and with his, like, look at both legs. Not even going for the ball, dragging it. That's just silly. You're endangering somebody's career like that. And you know what? If CONCACAF or FIBA, that's got to be at least easily 2 games, because that's ridiculous doing something like that.
So there'll be 2 men down because Bryce will miss the next game against Guatemala, as well as Sekera. But the concern is for Cherundolo. Remember, he had made the World Cup 2002 squad after Armas was injured, and then he gets injured and couldn't play.
In that situation, he couldn't do anything about it. He's going to the ball clean, and Sekera comes in, and I mean, like I said, that's just ridiculous what he just went in like that.
Unfortunately, Steve Cherundolo appears to be okay. And they put a little more stoppage time on there. But for Sekera, it's a foolish way to end the day.
It really is, because you know what? He didn't have a bad game. He played some good balls out of the back. He set some opportunities for some goals. He played pretty decent today.
That fighting spirit doesn't help your team. It hurts it, because now you're missing him and Bryce for the next qualifier.
You know, and qualifying's not done. They're just starting. They've got another game. I believe they got Guatemala next.
Wednesday.
And there's just no need. It's better to take the frustration, kick the ball into the stands, do something else instead of going into a tackle and getting a red card. You don't hurt yourself, you hurt your team. You hurt your chances of qualifying for your team.
Mauricio Wright will clear it the other way. Frankie Hayden is back. 3.5 minutes gone in stoppage time. Noonan. Montenegro. USA chance for the faithful in Salt Lake. That's it. USA wins this World Cup qualifier in style. A 3-0 final. Landon Donovan with a couple of goals in a hard-fought game. We'll come back with more from Salt Lake City as the USA come away with a convincing 3-0 win over Costa Rica. Landon Donovan with 2 goals. Brian McBride, a solid job, and Kasey Keller was immense in goal.
From an admirer.
Oh. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. From
So, this is Myra. When does she get off?
All right, last call, everybody. Last call.
Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer.
Discover innovations that are pretty handy and just plain cool. You can, only at the Home Depot. From a new way to program your existing sprinkler's watering schedule by computer, to pink ceiling paint that dries white so you never skip a spot. At the Home Depot, we're driving down costs every single day on innovations you'll wonder how you ever did without.
The Home Depot, you can do it, we can help.
Comcast high-speed internet, faster than DSL, with features like Photoshop Deluxe, included free, exclusively from Comcast. Sign up now and get a free Philips FunCam digital camera that's also a webcam. Now you can bring your photos to life with captions, animation, and music, and email your photo show to your friends. Photoshop Deluxe is included free, and right now, so is this Philips FunCam. Call 1-888-COMCAST today.
Welcome back, everyone. USA defeats Costa Rica 3-0 in this World Cup qualifier. Stay tuned. Coming up next, boxing from Las Vegas. One of the stars of today's game is down below, and that's Kasey Keller. Kasey, a magnificent game for you in goal, especially in the second half. What seemed to change in the second half? You were certainly much busier than in the first.
Well, we had to know that coming into the game, or coming into the second half 1-0 in the lead, that Costa Rica was going to definitely push the pace and try to get that goal back early in the second half. And they took it to us for about a 10-15-minute spell, and I was fortunate enough to make a couple saves, and then the guys got the second and the third, and we really finished quite comfortably.
We're showing some of the saves that you made, one brilliant after another. Give credit to Costa Rica for their comeback. How about the rest of your teammates and the way they played coming back after that England game, Kasey?
Well, we were obviously disappointed with the result. We thought that for stretches of that game we played well, and we just didn't capitalize on the chances we had and gave up a couple of silly goals. But other than that, we thought we played well, and we just wanted to build off that and try to play 90 minutes. Unfortunately, we probably played about 70 minutes today. But that's one thing we need to improve on, is make sure we play for the whole 90 minutes.
Great game for you. Congratulations on the win and your 39th career shutout.
Thank you.
That's Kasey Keller. Great game for him in goal. USA defeats Costa Rica by the final score of 3-0. World Cup qualifying resumes for the USA men Wednesday night on ESPN2 when they face Panama. Coming up next, boxing from Las Vegas for Marcelo Balboa and everyone who helped us out here in Salt Lake City. I'm JP Della Camera. See you in Panama. Thanks for watching, everyone.
For more than a quarter century, boxing's greatest fighters and biggest names have performed here. Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, a new outdoor facility now in place. You're looking at the new Roman Plaza Amphitheater. It is sold out tonight as we enter into a new era in ESPN.
I'll tell you something. If you're going to play out here, you not only have to be tough on the outside, you're going to have to be tough on the inside.
Camera. Walkie-talkie. GPS capability.
The versatile i275 phone with camera, new from Nextel. Get anywhere walkie-talkie that works coast to coast and short range for use off network, plus GPS capability.
Turn right.
Save $75 on the i275 for a limited time. Call 8888 Nextel to shop or find a store. Act now. Call 8888 Nextel.
If your computer is slowing down or crashing or just acting weird.
De-acceleration with the full power of Stop Sign can make it like new again.
Stop Sign gives you virus protection, second to none.
With a spam blocker and spyware remover.
Pop-up blocker.
And the Stop Sign firewall for all the protection you'll ever need.
Guaranteed.
Warning, spyware is at epidemic levels. You may be infected right now and not even know it. Go to StopSign.com for a free spyware scan now.
Panama is looking for some home field advantage tonight as they get ready to take on the USA national team. In 6 games played at home, Panama has yet to lose. Tonight, here's the lineup they will face for the USA, and Cello, it's different than the lineup that was played on Saturday.
It did. Last they played 4-4-2. Tonight they're going to play 4-3-2-1. The keys are 2 guys in the middle, Carlos Bocanegra and Eddie Pope. They have to be vocal in this kind of atmosphere. Terry Savagnin has to sit in the middle to give Landon, Donovan, and Beasley and Brian McBride an opportunity to go forward. 2 newcomers to the lineup. Pat Noonan is the guy that's playing on the left side of the midfield, who's very key, and Frankie Heideck, who's playing a new position tonight.
And for Frankie, he is in that new spot as a left back. In the past, we've seen Frankie Heideck play as a right back and also as a right-sided midfielder. We'll see how he and the USA go tonight versus Panama.
Why isn't there a DVD recorder so easy to use that I don't hear Dad say words I'm not supposed to hear? Why isn't there a defibrillator so easy to use that almost anyone can use it? Why can't technology be as simple as the box it comes in?
We think technology should simplify life, not complicate it.
Behr paint lets you create perfect harmony in your home. With Color Smart by Behr, you can preview, match, and coordinate colors like never before, all with a paint that's rated #1. Try Color Smart by Behr online at Behr.com or at the Home Depot, the exclusive retailer of Behr.
ESPN2's presentation of U.S. soccer is brought to you by Budweiser, the bright color and crisp, clean taste you'll only find in the king of beers. And by Philips, technology should be as simple as the box it comes in. And welcome back, everyone, to Estadio Raul Fernandez in Panama City, Panama. Condition-wise, we're looking at 84 degrees coming into this game. And always, it seems like the threat of rain. The big thing that we did notice, Cello and I, before, and we talked about this to some of the players, we'll get into this later, the field, Cello, very, very dark. The lighting is not strong at all.
I mean, this is probably one of the worst lit fields you're going to get in CONCACAF, and it's a problem, especially because as a player, you like to see the ball spin. You can judge your timing. You can see where you're going to head. As for goalkeeper, catching it in the air is timing. There's a lot of difficulty with this kind of lighting.
Kasey, Keller described this field as dark a field as he's ever played on. He equated this field to a high school stadium in the United States. Tough to pick up a ball, especially on balls that are crossed from one side to the other long or looping balls in the air over the top.